Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler V series V's. I've been doing for a little while. I go over there to try out food and drink items. Eat stuff and drink stuff, then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. I'm certainly hungry for pizza, but we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm in my back room today, which means we get, boom, Peter Can Thunderbolt poster. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I am doing something else. What is it? Spirit Wave Attack. I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? What happens to be my Yu Yu Hakusho, boom, Genkai's School of Hard Knock shirt. Look, that's Genkai, established in 1992. And if you're unfamiliar with Yu Yu Hakusho and the whole shebang of that show, yeah, it came out in 1992. Sort of the similar generation to like your Dragon Ball, your Sailor Moon, that kind of era. Came out a little bit later, but I became aware of it when I was in, I believe, middle school. When we had like sort of a really big rush of anime hitting the mainstream in America, mainly fueled by like Cartoon Network with their programs like Toonami and Adult Swim, and that's where Yu Yu Hakusho came into play for me. And I was instantly struck. I thought, I really like this. I think it's just something unique and really cool that I'm not seeing from the other stuff that I was on at the time, and it quickly became one of my favorite anime. So, if you happen to be interested in Yu Yu Hakusho at all, I'd be more than happy to chat with you about this, that, or the other thing. Feel free to comment. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Pizza, eh? So yes, if you watch the channel, you know I eat pizza, and because I'm this guy, clearly I eat a lot of frozen pizza because I just can't be fucked to go out of my way to like make the proper stuff. But I do go over there and treat myself a little bit because usually I just get like super cheapo pizzas and spritz them up a little bit. But sometimes I get like a little bit more premium, especially if it's on sale or something. And that's where this comes into play because, folks, what are we doing here? What am I reviewing? It's boom! It's Home Run In Pizza, specifically their sausage and uncured pepperoni pizza. Yay, Home Run In. And if you're unfamiliar with the Home Run In brand, they are a like Illinois brand, which by the way means that this review is going to end up in my Eating Out Illinois playlist, which is a playlist for just Illinois stuff. And yeah, they actually have brick and mortar locations and all that stuff, and then they also go over there and do their own brand of frozen pizzas. And I know for a fact that I like Home Run In as a brand, but I have not had Home Run In for probably the last couple years. Not because I haven't wanted to, just, they are a little bit pricier, But again, I get in a premium one here and there, and just kind of got around to that. So, the pizza itself, I mean, and it looks sexy, folks. It looks like that. The lighting is terrible, I apologize, but. Let's get a thing for the thing here. Always the most fun part of doing these frozen pizza reviews. And we'll kind of like this, and we'll do it like maybe ha 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 ha. Sure, it's not going to be a great thumbnail, but whatever. It's pizza, and let's eat some of it. And this one was cooked to 450 or preheat to 450. Put it in for 8 to 12 minutes, which is a surprising amount of wiggle room. I put it in for 10. I just split the difference. Let's see how it is. I do think I could have gone a little bit longer. I definitely could have got a little bit crispier on the bottom there, but no other frozen pizza tastes quite like Home Run In. And I mean that. Like, and to be fair, every brand has their strengths and weaknesses, the things that kind of set them apart. But Home Run In, it's a little bit extra special. Um, Typically speaking, the Chicago branded frozen pizzas like your Geno's East, your Pizzeria Uno and stuff, they're going to give you a good product because, well, Chicago is the greatest pizza city in America. And I'll die on that hill. Yeah, New York is like, blah, 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 New York. Good for you. Sure, your pizza's excellent. At some point, I actually do want to get out to New York and try some proper New York pizza. But Chicago, we be doing it right. And so when it comes to, again, those brands, typically I have faith in them. And absolutely, when it comes to home run it. For one thing, look at that. That's all sausage. This isn't some bullshit where they're just giving you, a handful here or there, some little ground up bullshit. This is like a proper amount of sausage. And on top of that, I really like their pizza sauce. It's flavorful, yet a little bit subtle. Like you get complexity to it. You can tell that it's like a well-seasoned sauce. Uh, but it's not overly sweet. It's not taking away from anything else. It's doing the job that it's supposed to do, which is going over there, adding in that nice burst of, tomato flavor, and then, but letting the other things strive and do what they need to do. So, even the crust I like, which, as a kid, I would always throw away the crust because I was a little shithead. Now that I'm older and I have to pay for stuff myself, better believe I'm eating the crust. No. It's a nice crust. It's really crispy. Cooks really nice. I mean, that's just a really good time. And it's one of those pizzas where even the pepperoni, really nice in flavor, not overly salty. They're not trying to hide anything that they're doing with this pizza. They're letting it speak for itself, and that's the sign of a good frozen pizza. Now, the thing is, a lot of times with frozen pizzas, especially the more premium ones, famously you have DiGiorno where they're like, oh, it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. Flat fucking out. Ain't nobody ever thought DiGiorno was delivery. Just not happening. Yeah, it's a more premium experience, but especially as time has gone by, that claim of, getting closer to like the proper, actual fresh made pizza has kind of gotten closer and closer again with some of these brands. And I do feel like Home Run Inn is one of the best when it comes to that. Their pizza tastes not as good. We're still not there yet. I'd say we got another 50 years worth of technology to get there. But I do think that they're one of the best as far as like probably like 75 to 85% of the way to tasting like a proper pizza. You're still probably going to tell, but anyway, two questions have to be asked. Would I get this again? Would I recommend it? Yes and yes. Like I said, coming into this, I already knew that I was going to enjoy this because it's something I've had and I've enjoyed in the past. So for me, it's less an issue of will I get it again based off of enjoyment. It's will I get it again based on price versus enjoyment. And mind you, it's not crazy expensive or anything, but like you could probably get like 3 Tony's pizzas for the price of a Home Run Inn if it's not on sale. So the thing is, am I going to tag it in occasionally? Yes. Is it going to be my go-to pizza? No, because I'm not a baller like that. But I do feel like, even though I am paying a little bit more, I don't feel like I'm being ripped off. Like, it tastes proper, and so, yeah, I would be willing to pay that just, a little bit more here or there. And if I'm recommending it, if you happen to be fortunate enough to be in an area where it's available, I don't know if it's available outside of Illinois or how that works. But if you run into it, if you ever thought to yourself, hey, maybe, give it a try. Like, I'm not going to necessarily say it's the best of the best. I've certainly had certain brands that I do feel are a little bit better, but not by leaps and bounds. Like, I think Home Run Inn, their frozen pizzas, they do a nice premium job, and I do feel like it shows in their product. So, maybe one day I'll do a review of one of their brick and mortar stores. Unfortunately, none of them are close to me, so. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there yourselves a truly home run-tastic rest of your life. Final two things. Number one, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your personal favorite pizza brand? And it doesn't even have to be frozen pizza. It could be a delivery place, it could be a proper sit-down place. I'd really be interested to know because, like, I fucking love pizza. Pizza is one of those things where, like, I wish that it were in a format where I could just review it more easily. Because, like, burgers are easy to do, sandwiches are easy to do, I can get those in. Pizza is like, okay, how often am I just going to buy a full pizza, right? And some places do slices, and if I can get a slice, then I can work it a little bit better. But, so I am always interested, new places and stuff like that. So please feel free to comment. I'd love to hear about it. Anyway,